Hey everyone, I'm Heba and welcome back. Huda Beauty came out with a new FauxFilter foundation, and this one that I'm trying today is the new FauxFilter Luminous Matte Foundation. This is supposed to be the new and improved foundation that came out a couple years ago, the FauxFilter High Coverage Cream Foundation, which I do have. And here it is right here. And here is the new foundation. And the one that came out a couple years ago, I did like it from afar, and I did like it right after I put on my foundation. After about 5 hours, it wasn't the best looking, but I did like it. The main problem with the old one was the scent. It was a very powerful scent. Now the new one is fragrance free, and yes, I cannot smell any fragrance with the new foundation. So the new Luminous Matte Foundation, it is blendable, it's a full coverage formula, and fragrance free. It's supposed to be transfer proof, waterproof, fade proof, sweat proof, humidity proof, and it offers up to 24 hours of wear. Now I don't know about you, but I'm not wearing this foundation for 24 hours. Any foundation for 24 hours. And like the name of the foundation, this does give you a luminous matte finish, whereas the original one gives you just a plain matte finish. This costs $40 and you get 1.18 ounce, which is 35 mils of product. It does have 39 shades, which is a great range. Let me get back to the old foundation. I did say that it was one of my favorites back then, but now with my mature skin and more texture, I don't wear it as often as I was before. So when I found out that she was making a new foundation that has a little bit more of a luminous matte, I thought, okay, let me try this one. So I did pick it up in 2 shades, the same shade that's in my old foundation, 350G. Oh gosh, Dulce de Leche. So I picked it up in the new foundation, and I did pick it up a little bit darker because this foundation, the old foundation, was a little bit light on me, more of my winter shade. So me assuming that the new one will be the same shade as the old one, I picked up 1 shade darker, and it's 405. Oops, I was holding the wrong bottle. It's 405 in Biscotti. Let me show you the bottles side by side. This is the old foundation and this is the new foundation. Quite similar, except for maybe the bottom has a little bit more of a gradient effect there, a little bit higher. Comes in a pump, which is great. And this is what one pump looks like. It's pretty thick. Let me give you some information about my skin. I am 53 years old, so I've got the mature skin. I have texture, I have pores, I have fine lines, I have wrinkles. I also have some dark spots, melasma spots. And I'm looking for a foundation that can, kind of hide some of those things without emphasizing those things. I did try this foundation twice. This is the second time I'm wearing it, and I don't want to wear it again. I'm going to show you the demos of how I applied this foundation. Before I prime my face, I want to swatch these 2 shades to see which one would be a better match for me. I have 350G Dulce de Leche, this one right here, and 405 in Biscotti right here. Now 350G is the shade that I have in the original formula. Comes in a pump. There is 350G. Okay, I don't smell any fragrance with this. Good. Now let's try 405 in. And this one is 405 in. Okay, here's 405 and 350. 350G and 405 in. Okay, I think I'm going to stick with 350G. 405 in just has too much red in it for my skin tone. And 350G is still a little bit yellow for me, but I'm just going to try 350G. Now I'm going to prime my face using the Good Molecules Priming Moisturizer. And I also like to use a primer for my pores, and I'm going to use the one by e.l.f., the Poreless Putty Primer. I'm going to get 1 pump, because I think that's all you need, and it is pretty thick. And I'm going to use a makeup sponge by Juno on this side. With this foundation, you do need a makeup sponge, or at least with the original one. And just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to use the brush on this side. Okay, I am seeing more luminosity on the sponge side, not so much on this side. It does look a little bit thick on my skin. You just blend it a little bit more right here. Got those wrinkles around my lips. Well, let me finish putting the rest of my makeup on and we will see how this one looks. And this is how it looks when I put the rest of my makeup on. Probably should have brought it down more on my neck. It is showing a little bit of my texture right here, kind of settling in this line right here, even right here around my lips. You can see right there. You can see around my lips. And this wrinkle right here. Other than that, let me go ahead and see how this wears throughout the day. Okay, it's been about 4.5 hours since I put this foundation on. I mean, it looks good from far away, but up close, it looks... I didn't set it with powder. I didn't know if I mentioned that before, but I didn't set it with powder. Now, it did come off here, but I had lunch, so that's on me. But you can see the difference in color. Maybe the shade is different, but... And you can see that it's showing texture there. And also on this side, and also on the side of my nose. And you can see that my face is somewhat clear. It didn't break out yet. Now, the first time I tried the foundation, I just swatched the two new shades together, thinking that 350G would be the same as the old foundation. So when I swatched it on my cheek, I was looking at it like, I don't remember it being this yellow. So this morning when I tried the foundation, I swatched all 3 shades that I have on my cheek, so you can see the difference. So here's the original formula, 350G. Oh yeah, you can smell that scent. Now for the new formula, 350G, yeah, it's more yellow. Now let's do 405N, and I know this one's going to be dark, but let's just swatch all 3 together. So there you go. This is the original foundation, 350G, the new foundation, 350G, and the new foundation, 405N. So yeah, it is more yellow than the original formula. But I like the original shade better. It's more my tone, because this one's a little too yellow for me. And of course, for 405N, it's just a little too dark. And the primers that I use for this look, I always like to use 2 primers. One of them is by Smashbox, the Photo Finish Primer, and the Pore Perfecting Primer by Lancer. And again, using the beauty sponge on one side and the foundation brush on the other. So now this is 3 hours after I applied the foundation, and it's not my favorite. It's just showing a lot of my texture, and it's settling in a lot of my fine lines, especially around my mouth. But I have to say I am a little conflicted with this foundation because it looks beautiful from afar. I mean, in the camera it looks really good, but up close, no, it looks really scary. Yeah, you can see the texture right here, and it's just settling in my lines. Look at that. And over here, the texture. And also, it's kind of breaking me out. I noticed it after the first time I wore it, and it's still there. So yes, I'm going to have to return the 2 new foundations, and I'm going to declutter my old one. For one, the color is off. It's not the same. I could probably go for a lighter shade, but the formula of it's not my favorite. I mean, that's pretty much why I'm wearing a turtleneck, because, yeah, it's kind of a different shade. And I'm sure for the younger folks out there, it will look beautiful on your skin, but for me, I'm gonna have to pass on this foundation. Let me show you the shades on my hands so you can see a little bit better than on my cheeks. Okay, so here's the original formula in 350G, and here's the new Luminous Matte Foundation in 350G, and here's also the new one in 405N. So yeah, these 2 are not the same. So unfortunately, I will be returning these 2 foundations back, and I'll probably declutter the old foundation. I do like that it doesn't have any fragrance, but how it's sitting on my skin, it's not my favorite, no. Sorry. I do have a couple more foundations that I'm going to try. I have one by La Mer, which is the powder foundation. Want to try that one. And also the new one by Guerlain. That one should be coming in a couple days. I can't wait to try that one. But this one by Huda Beauty, not my favorite. Well, alright you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you can see more videos like this. And you all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.